Hello, this is an instructional video for how to download your Ingenico ICT250 machine. Most of you will be viewing this video because you need to upgrade to the new SHA2 certificate. The first thing that you want to do is to batch out your terminal. You can accomplish this by hitting the green button at the bottom of the screen. When the main menu comes up, you'll scroll down to option 8, which is settlement, and hit the green enter button. The machine will ask you if you'd like to close the batch and deposit the funds. Select yes. There's no transactions in this machine, so it displays batch empty, but if there were transactions in your machine, it would ask you to confirm the batch. Go ahead and confirm. It will print out the settlement receipts when it's done, and it should go back to the main screen. The next step is to do the download. This download can only be performed over Ethernet, so if you are processing on a phone line, you will need to get to a place where you can hook up an Ethernet connection to the machine. This is a very easy process. Attached to the back of your machine, there's a dongle that looks like this. There's a slot that's labeled ETH for Ethernet. You can plug an Ethernet cord into that slot. Once you've plugged the Ethernet cable into that slot, go back to the display on the terminal. In the top center of the screen, there's a little networking icon. It looks like 3 little boxes with a line going through them. Those boxes should now appear green on the screen to let you know that you've got an Ethernet connection. Once you've got that established, we're going to go ahead and hit the function key. There's an admin menu that comes up. It's going to display the date and the MID number. Please write down this MID number. The next part of the video will be explaining how to obtain the password for this screen. There's a random password generator that's linked into the email that we sent, or you can call us at 832-539-6037 to obtain the password. The next portion of the video will be on the password generator and how to use that tool. Okay, once you've pulled the date and the MID number off of the admin menu in your terminal, we're going to use the password generating application to generate a password that's associated with your terminal. Now this is a randomly generated password that's based on the date and the MID number. That password is good for that date. So if you are planning to do the download another time, only generate the password before you're going to use it. If you try to use it tomorrow or the next day, that password will not work anymore and you'll have to generate a new one. So what you're going to do is, in the email that we sent out with your download file IDs, we also gave you a link to the password generator. Go ahead and click on that link now. I'm going to copy it and paste it into my browser, but you can just go ahead and click the link. And once you click it, in the bottom of your browser, it's going to download the file. Now my browser is telling me that the zip file may be dangerous, but we know that it's not. I'm going to go ahead and click the keep option, and it should appear down here in the bottom of my browser. I'm going to go ahead and click on the zip file, and if you have a zip program on your computer, it will go ahead and open that up, and I'm just going to select the file and click extract, and then I'm going to choose my desktop. OK, and once that's extracted, I'm just going to close this program out. I'm going to minimize this window, and it makes a little icon on my screen here. I had to refresh my screen to see it, but makes a little icon on the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this window up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to generate the password based on the date and the merchant ID. So we're going to click required next to the date field, and it says use current date. We're going to hit yes, and then we're going to click required next to the merchant ID number. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the MID number off of the admin menu that we got. So I'm going to enter mine in. And then once you've got that entered in, just hit Make Password, and it'll show you the 6-digit password for your machine. Now you'll be able to take this password, and you'll be able to enter that in directly into the admin menu for the Enter Password. Now again, this password is generated based on the date and merchant ID. This password will only be good on the date that it was generated. And now we're going to move to the next section of the download. Once you've obtained the password for your machine via the password generating tool or by calling our staff, you can go ahead and go back to the machine. You're going to select the F key again for the admin menu. And this time on the screen when it says enter password, go ahead and enter in the 6-digit password that was either given to you or that generated. Again, that password is only good for the day that it was generated. If you generate a password and then don't do the download until the next day or later, that password will no longer be good and you'll have to generate another password. The next menu is the function menu. The first thing that we're going to do in this menu is we're going to delete out the old program. To do that, you select 0 for Teleum Manager. Now Teleum Manager is already highlighted on the screen, so you can either hit Enter or you can select the 0 button for option 0. On the next screen, we're going to use the arrow key to scroll down. Number 5 is labeled Deletion. We're going to select Enter on Deletion. It asks us for a deleting code. Enter 07 and Enter. And then we're going to scroll down to number 5, which is Core App, and Enter again. The screen will display Software Core App to delete. Go ahead and hit the green Enter button. Once you've pressed the Enter button, the machine will restart and delete the program out of the machine that's currently in. Once it's restarted, it will display the words press F key. That will let you know that the machine is completely deleted and ready to do the new download. And it should just take a few seconds to boot up. As you see on the screen, it says press F key. This time when we press the function key, it won't ask us for the password because there's no program in the machine. It'll take us directly to the function menu. From the function menu, we're going to choose the option 0 again for Teleum Manager, then 3 for initialization, then 1 for parameters. Scroll up using the up arrow button. The last option on the screen should be TMS. It should be highlighted. Go ahead and hit the green Enter button. On the next screen, we're going to choose IP-ETH. This may not be the option that's currently selected on your machine. Just scroll up or down until you find the IP-ETH option and hit the green Enter button to select. The next screen will ask you if you want to turn SSL on or off. We want to make sure that No is selected so that SSL is off. Go ahead and hit the green Enter button. The next screen is an IP address screen. It will either allow you to enter in an IP address or a domain name. We want to choose domain name, so go ahead and select that and hit Enter. The domain name that we want to enter in is just as it appears on the screen, dl.faps.net. To get that, you're going to hit the numbers on the pin pad or on the keypad that associate with the letters. So for the letter D, you would hit the number 3 twice. For the letter L, you would hit the number 5 key 4 times. For the period, you hit the hashtag key. And then, as with the first letters, just select the numbers to enter in the faps.net. So again, dl.faps.net. Once you've entered that in, go ahead and hit the green Enter button. Next, it will ask you for a port number. You will most likely have to clear out the port number that's in the machine and enter 2600. Again, that's 2600. Once you've entered that in, go ahead and hit the green Enter button. On the next screen, it will ask you for a TMS identifier. This is the download file ID that was given to you in the email. You can also obtain these by giving our staff a call, but it's an 8-digit number. You will enter that into the terminal. Sometimes when you come to this screen, there will be a dash that's on the screen. You need to hit the yellow backspace key to clear that out before entering in the 8-digit download key. If you have multiple terminals, please only use one download key per terminal. You should have received in the email multiple download keys if you have multiple machines. Please use a unique download key for each machine that you have. Once you've entered in the download file name, go ahead and select Enter by the green button. Make sure that Protect Download is off. Once you get to the initialization screen, go ahead and hit the red X button twice. Again, the screen will display press F key. Go ahead and press the function key again. We're going to select Telium Manager. This time we're going to select Evolution 2 and then Remote Load 2. The screen displays Software in R. Go ahead and hit the green Enter button. It says Connection. The machine will connect to the download servers and it will start the download process. As you see, it's running through a list. This download may take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes to complete. We're going to skip ahead in the video to the download being completed, and we'll show you how to proceed from there. Okay, once the download is complete, it will come to a screen that says Enter Admin Name. You go ahead and hit Enter and you'll see this screen appear. It says Add Admin, Enter Admin Name. We're going to enter the letter B, so to get that you hit the number 2 and the function key twice. And we're going to enter just a B as in boy, and then hit the Enter button. It's going to ask us for an admin password. Again, we're going to enter a letter B, so 2, function. Then the numbers 8432677, and enter. It's going to ask us to confirm that password, so again, B 8432677 and enter. Then it asks us if we want to add another admin. We're going to hit no, and then it's going to go back to the chase screen. That admin password that we enter in, that's an important password. You must enter in that particular admin password, or else our staff and the staff at First American will no longer be able to provide technical assistance if there's issues with the machine. So it's important that that password be put into the machine as the admin password. Once your machine is completely downloaded and back to this chase screen, you should be up and running again. You can try a test transaction in the machine. For those of you who haven't had EMV enabled, EMV will now work in your machine. For those of you who do have it enabled or had it enabled before the download, everything will continue to function as normal. The menu system is exactly the same. If you hit the green button, your options are still the same in the menu. Everybody's terminal has been set for an auto settlement time of 7:45. If you need to change that option, please give us a call. There's a way that you can change that option in the machine. We can show you how to do that, but everybody's terminal has been set for 7:45. If you set your terminal for 7:45, you should get next day funding. That may be different for some of you who receive 2-day funding. Now, with First American, if you set your terminal to batch out before 8 p.m., you should get your funds in your bank account the next day. Again, I'd like you to run a test transaction on your machine. Make sure that everything is working correctly. Make sure you have a good connection. For those of you who are using phone lines and who have done the download over Ethernet, we highly recommend that you keep running transactions over Ethernet. Ethernet is a much more secure and a much faster way of running transactions, especially Ethernet transactions. So if you have the ability to keep running on Ethernet, we definitely suggest that. If you have any questions about the download process or need to get in touch with us for any reason, please call our internal technical support line at 832-539-6037. Again, that's 539-6037. Thank you and have a good day.